Here I am, Matthew, and welcome back to Guided to Glory with Chelsea FC. In this episode, we are getting our Season 2 underway. If you missed the previous episode, that was our transfer special. And in this episode, we are playing the first two Premier League games of the season. Bournemouth, and followed that up by Arsenal. So I hope you enjoy the video, and now let's get into it. So first of all, we've got a few last minute deals happening around now. First one we've got is Sam McClelland, and he has gone out on loan to our partner club Vitesse in the Eredivisie. But we are going to get into the first game here against Bournemouth. Bournemouth have a reasonable side. They've made a few signings. They've made a very good signing, Ryan Bertrand, I think, there. And this is the team we are starting with today. We've got Edison, Rudiger, Zuma, Kimmich, and David Alaba, our new signing. Mateo Kovacic and N'Golo Kante. We've got Ziyech, Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, and then our new striker signing, Gabriel Barbosa, up front. So we would like to get away with a winning start in this league campaign. Once again, we are not favourites to win. We're only needing a Champions League place in this season, and I think this season is, I think the most likely competition for us to go for is the FA Cup in this one. Yeah, we are only predicted to come third in the league, and if we do come third in the league, it'll at least be an improvement off of last season. But yeah, all three of our new major signings are in this team. The goalkeeper Edison, who we took off Manchester City to weaken their team a little bit, which is quite nice. Along with Alaba at left back after we sold Emerson, and Barbosa up front. And we've also got new signing Hakim Ziyech at attacking midfield, who was already a made deal, because it's a pre-arranged transfer, and we see his first thing to happen in this game was a Hakim Ziyech free kick there. But Bournemouth actually have Asmir Begovic back, who's a former Chelsea player. He was our second choice goalkeeper for a season. And he's had a strange year. I believe the first half of the year he was out in the Azerbaijani league with Karabakh, who we've played in the Champions League group stage, or the Europa League group stage, I believe. But Bournemouth have a corner here, and it's cleared away, but Fraser will get it back here. And it's come to nothing. But yeah, he spent the first half of the season on loan at Karabakh, and then I believe the second half of the season on loan at AC Milan as a backup goalkeeper. But it's a bit surprising how Begovic has been treated by Bournemouth in real life, because realistically I think he's a better goalkeeper than Aaron Ramsdale, for now anyway. Hopefully Ramsdale can become a pretty good goalkeeper. He is English, so it'd be nice to have another quality goalkeeper in the team. I mean, I don't particularly like Jordan Pickford. I think we've got a couple of decent goalkeepers, but if Ramsdale can come through, that'd be nice. But we have our first goal of the season here. It's a nicely worked move. I think it's a free kick from Hakim Ziyech, which starts it off. It's then cleared, but Ziyech will run it back down, hit into Barbosa in the middle, who slips it through to Hudson-Odoi, who can just tap it past the defender and into the goal. The goalkeeper didn't really have a chance there. It's a good start for Callum Hudson-Odoi. He's one of the players that I'd like to kind of step up a bit more this season, after Jesus Corona's transfer hasn't seemed like the greatest bit of business I've ever done on this game. He seems to have very much underwhelmed, and Hudson-Odoi's through again here, and it's really a fault from the goalkeeper there. He's just kicked it out very poorly, and Hudson-Odoi's easily managed to take it off of Mepham, who has miscontrolled. And Hudson-Odoi, 2 goals so far, which is really nice to see. Hudson-Odoi, he has one of the best potentials. I think he's got the best potential at the club. And he's on the ball again here to Ziyech. But Bournemouth have taken it away from us, and Callum Wilson's on the attack. Kovacic will clear it out for a throw in though. And we've got a throw in now. Kimmich is going to run through to Kovacic. Ziyech's moving forward now. And Ziyech's shot has gone wide. But yeah, Hudson-Odoi is one of the men I'd like to step up a bit. And Jesus Corona already is looking like one of the weaker members of the squad. Even though he came in and was supposedly a 4-star player, his current ability diminished extremely quickly, and it's disappointing because we did spend a reasonable chunk of money on him, as Dominic Solanke will come on for David Brooks at half-time for Bournemouth here. Zuma now. Pulisic. Zuma hits it forward to Kimmich, who's running on the right-hand side. It's crossed into the box, and our former player Nathan Ake has managed to hit it out for a corner. Kimmich takes the corner. Hudson-Odoi will pick it up and whip it across to the other side. Kovacic now. It's back to Rudiger, and that has come to nothing, unfortunately. But it's a good start to the season here, 2-0 up against Bournemouth in the first half. And we are very much dominating the stats here. But for now, we are bringing on Willian, who towards the end of last season signed another 1-year deal. So he's still a decent member of our squad. He'll come on for Christian Pulisic here. We've got Kimmich with a throw-in. Willian. It's back to Kimmich, and Kimmich's hit it through, and Barbosa's shot has been saved, and it's cleared by Bournemouth. And we've got another free kick with Ziyech here, Zuma, and it's fumbled into the middle to Gabriel Barbosa, who has managed to score on his debut, our new striker. That is extremely pleasing to see. Barbosa has managed to score on his debut. It's a bit of a scrappy goal. Zuma managed to just tap the pass into him, which drew the goalkeeper out of position as well. And Barbosa managed to stay on, managed to hit the ball even though he was under a bit of pressure there, which is nice to see. And he's one of them players that I wasn't sure if he was going to be as good as it said he was, but we've got a slight injury for Mateo Kovacic here, so I'm going to bring him off now. As Danjuma's come on for Josh King for Bournemouth as well. But I'm bringing on Mason Mount for Kovacic in the midfield. I think Jorginho's picked up a little bit of an injury before this first game of the season as well, so he could not be in the matchday squad. But we've got the ball again now, and it's into the middle. I don't know who took the shot there, but Begovic ended up with the ball in the net. But Hudson-Odoi's picked it back up. They've dispossessed us again, and Lewis Cook's got it to Steve Cook. So all the way back to Begovic in goal. Nathan Ake has come forward to Jefferson Lerma, who's running through midfield, and Callum Wilson hit it through to Dominic Solanke, and Solanke is not a very good player. As another one of our former players. Solanke, Bournemouth was scammed by Liverpool with Solanke. He left us on a free to join Liverpool because he didn't really have the potential to grow into a great player. And Liverpool have scammed Bournemouth out of 20 million to sign him. And Tammy Abraham's coming on now, and we can see I moved Willian into the central, and Gabriel Barbosa, naturally right winger as well as striker, so I've moved him onto the right wing so Tammy can go up front. And Bournemouth have the ball here, passing it round the back line, and it's into Cook in the middle. Danjuma on the left wing now, and the Bertrand, the wing back, has managed to get it towards the middle of the park, but fortunately for them, that has not come of anything. And it seems here like we have had a good free kick there from David Alaba, but also Callum Hudson-Odoi slightly swayed offside here. Even though it was very, very close, that one would have to go to VAR. But Hudson-Odoi very slightly offside, so it stops us from going 4-0 up and stops Callum Hudson-Odoi for having his hat-trick. We've now got Willian with a free kick, and that has been deflected wide. But now midfield, Mason Mount in midfield, over to Hudson-Odoi on the left side. But he's allowed that just to go out for a Bournemouth throw-in, which is quite unfortunate. But we're coming towards the end of this match now, and it's been a good first game for us. 28 shots, 13 on target. It's really not bad stats at all. And the fact that 13 on target means that Begovic in Bournemouth's goal should be a real good keeper for him this season. He's managed to keep 10 of them shots out. And we see Kovacic has only got a couple of day injury, which is nice. But we have won 3-0 in our first match of the season. Obviously, Callum Hudson-Odoi gets man of the match in that one because he was very, very good in the first game of this season. But now we see another loan deal going out. Dion Rankine has gone to Bournemouth, is it? I'm not really sure what this team is. They're a National League side or a National League North or South side, but it's nice for him to go out and get some game time. But now we've got a game against Arsenal, and Arsenal have made a few handy signings for this season. The likes of Clement Longley, Abdou Diallo, but who's playing left back for him today, and also they have signed Justin Kluivert, the son of Patrick, who's a very, very good young Dutch winger. But we in this game are starting with Ederson, Zuma, Rudiger, Kimmich, Alaba, Kovacic, Kante, Ziyech, Willian, Hudson-Odoi and Barbosa. So just the one change, Willian coming in for Christian Pulisic in this match. And it's Willian's 225th game for us in this one. It's nice for him to have that many games for us. He's been a standout player for a few years now with us, and hopefully he can have another standout performance in this one. But Arsenal away, even though I don't particularly like Arsenal, and they're very much a worse team than us at this point, Arsenal are still a dangerous team. The Emirates is somewhat of a fortress, or has been in the recent years. I mean, in the last year, it's become less so. But I imagine a couple of them signings they've brought in, Longley, Diallo, bolstering up the defence, along with Konstantinos Mavropanos, who's he's a very good potential centre back from Greece. And it should be interesting to see his development. But Longley through to Maitland-Niles, forward to Justin Kluivert, who's on the left wing. He cuts inside, he's got it back. It's very quick play through to Aubameyang, and Aubameyang was unfortunately for Arsenal offside, but that's very good for us. But in the early stages of this match, it doesn't appear like we're the better team, really. Arsenal have 7 shots to only 2 for us. And it seemed there that Aubameyang got a little bit of an injury. Callum Hudson-Odoi might have given away a penalty there. But thankfully it's only out for a free kick on the edge of the box from Ozil, and that has come to nothing. But Kurt Zuma's got a little bit of an injury for us now. So I am going to bring our centre-back off. We had a couple of options on the bench. We had both Ethan Ampadu and Fikayo Tomori. Both young, both very good potential centre-backs here. And seeing as though Ampadu was out on loan last season, we didn't really manage to see what he did. I believe he came on against us in a Champions League game for Leipzig. But apart from that, we haven't seen him for the entire first season. So I thought I'd put him in the team in this one to see if he can step up and try and take a first team place in this team, because we do now have like 5 solid centre backs, all of which can still grow. I believe. I think Rudiger's the oldest at 27, and he has the ability to slightly grow still. But at half time going in 0-0. It's not too bad. So far. We just don't want to concede here. Well, we've got a lot of players on yellow cards here, and we've only had 2 shots. I think Arsenal have had 9 shots on target, which means Ederson's having a very good performance in goal, and that's nice to see, because goalkeeping last year. Actually, Kepa was a very good goalkeeper last year, but he wasn't always reliable. But it's nice to have another goalkeeper, and I'm sure throughout the year, if one of them's having a poor spot of form, the other one can come in and do a job for us. But we're on the attack here, and Hudson-Odoi's through, but it's really just past to Leno's feet there, who can easily pick it up. Ben Leno, I think, is a quality goalkeeper. As Arsenal's final defender has got a yellow card here, their entire defence on yellows. So it'd be nice if one of them could have a bit of a foul on us, get a red card. That'd be nice. But I don't think Arsenal's centre-backs are stupid enough to do that, or the wing-backs for that matter. And Justin Kluivert's running up the pitch here, and Rudiger has tackled him down from behind. And just as I was saying, I hope one of Arsenal's defenders get a red card. Our own defender, Antonio Rudiger, has unfortunately got one. So now I have to kind of change things up a little bit. You see, I've brought the wing backs. We're going to be playing wing backless for now. We've got David Alaba and Josh Kimmich. Move them both into midfield on the BPD cover role, and hopefully that can see us out for the rest of the match. I'll take the 0-0 draw at this stage, because playing with 10 men against an Arsenal team who have been quite dominant in this game so far, it's a bit scary. But I did decide, I'm not gonna go to very defensive. My team isn't used to playing that way. I'll stay on like the same sort of tactic at least, just to try and make sure the team's at least comfortable with the style of play, as Mohamed El Neni has come on for them now, and El Neni has slipped it through to Diallo, who's hit in towards the box, but we have picked it back up. Hakim Ziyech moving forward. Hudson-Odoi now. Hudson-Odoi's beaten his man, and he's through. His shot has been saved by Leno, and it's gone out for an Arsenal goal kick. But, it's an interesting game, really. Our first challenge against a rival in this season as Callum Chambers comes on for Hector Bellerin. Chambers is a player that I'm surprised getting a lot of game time for Arsenal. I think he's played every single time Arsenal's played us in this season so far, even though I don't think he's a particularly great player. But now we see who we bring on, Pulisic for Willian. But Callum Chambers is a bit of a surprising one. In Football Manager, he's one of them players that sometimes is quite a good player, but in real life he's never really shown how good he can be. And Nicolas Pepe has come on for Arsenal now, who's very much a goal scoring threat. But we have only got a few minutes to go here, so I thought I'll bring on Fikayo Tomori to get another out and out centre back on the pitch. Josh Kimmich has done his job. But overall it's still a reasonably disappointing performance from us, especially with the red card from Rudiger. Although I don't really hold that against him. I mean, it is a rivals match, to be fair, and it hasn't cost us the game, fortunately. And we're gonna go first 2 games of the season. We got 4 points. I'm reasonably happy with that, considering the situations with going down to 10 men in this match. It's nice to see our defence can still stay reasonably solid. But Mesut Ozil was the man of the match in that one. He had a good pass completion, it seems. But holding on to a draw is very, very good. And we'll see, that puts us currently at 4th in the Premier League, which is nice to see. Already in the Champions League qualification spots, which is exactly what we need to do. But for now, that is going to be the end of this episode. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe with notifications on. That's all from me for now. So I'm going to say cheers for watching, and goodbye.